Hello dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Physiology Learning. So we are discussing our gastrointestinal physiology. In the part 2, we have discussed the physiology of digestion of various things like carbohydrates, proteins and fats in the previous video. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the dietary fibers. Nowadays, a lot of you have a good awareness about what is dietary fibers and what is the importance and everything. But from the physiological point of view, how it mechanism of action of dietary fibers helps and what are the various functions it will help and improvise the condition of the patient. So we will see a few details about that. So let's get into the topic, the dietary fibers. So dietary fibers are nothing but these are indigestible components of plant-derived food. Most of the time, the plant-derived food, they have high amount of dietary fibers and they are resistant to the digestion and absorption. So this product is not getting digested also as well as absorbed also. So in the human small intestine, they are called as dietary fibers. So the best part about them is they don't have no caloric value. There is no caloric value in them. That is one good part. Second thing is the recommendation is around 14 grams per 100 kilocalories of food. So depending upon the intake of food, our dietary fiber intake also should increase. The primary sources are nothing but green leafy vegetables, fruits, cereals, nuts and so on and so forth. There are many products. Nowadays they are preparing the dietary fibers also, but if you are able to take good amount from the natural diet, that is sufficient. Next thing is, there are two types of dietary fibers. The first group is water insoluble. They are not soluble in the water. So water insoluble group. And the second group is water soluble. So they will dissolve in the water. So that is water solubility is there. So in the water insoluble group, the cellulose, hemicellulose and lignin are the primary components. And what do they do? How do they work like a dietary fibers? By increasing the stool bulk. By adding on to the stool bulk, they will act like a dietary fibers. And next is water soluble substances. They are involved, they have pectins, xylose A, gums and mucilages. So how do they act as? Since they are water soluble, they will dissolve in water and they will form a gel like substance and they will again increase the bulk of the food. So how do they work? These are the types of it. And primarily the glycosidic bonds in them, like every other starch molecule also we saw that there are so many bonds. But those bonds were broken by the human digestive enzymes. Whereas the dietary fibers have glycosidic bonds which are strong enough and they cannot be broken by human digestive enzyme. So this is the main mechanism how they survive digestion. They are not broken by the human digestive enzymes. So this is important. Next thing is, how does the mechanism, how do they work? How do they help the patient to relieve constipation? How do they mechanism of action? So first is bulking. Some of them, the water soluble ones, especially absorb the water and they will increase the bulk of the food. And they also increases the viscosity of the GAT. Suppose we can say that it forms as if like a coating layer in the GAT. Because of this, what is happening is the other substances, they are also not getting reabsorbed. So basically it is decreasing the reabsorption of other substances. And one good thing about forming a bulk is the patient's satiety will happen earlier. The patient will not keep on overeating also. Next thing is they also help in fermentation in the GAT. So they will activate a lot of native bacteria. Again, native bacteria will help to improve the gut health of the person and they help in easy movement of the food. So this is one of the mechanisms. So it forms bulking, it increases the viscosity, it causes fermentation. And nowadays they say that it also can influence the genetic expression of the individual. So the gene expression can also be altered with the help of this dietary fibers. Nowadays, there is a huge concept called as gut-brain axis. In the next video, we'll be discussing about them. There is a strong relationship between this GIT and the brain. So, this dietary fibers will help to improvise the gut health also. So, next coming to the functions. So, since they are increasing the bulk, just now I told you, they will decrease the appetite so that the person does not overeat also. And it decreases the cholesterol absorption, primarily by binding with the bile acids. So it helps to prevent obesity also. Then it decreases the glucose reabsorption. Obviously, then it is very good for diabetic patients. So it is helpful in diabetic patients. We can say that it improves the conditions in diabetic patients. Obviously, it's not going to cure it, but it improves their condition. And it helps to fasten the motility. And many of the carcinogens which are in the food or carcinogenic substances, when these irritants are constantly irritating the GAT, the chances of developing a cancer is very high. Now, this helps to fasten the motility. So, they have seen that people who have good dietary fiber intake, they had decreased incidences of colorectal cancer, the colon carcinomas. And they also help to maintain the intestinal pH, and they enhance the satiety, that is the feeling of fullness. The patient will feel that as if he is full, so the food intake is reduced and reduces the calorie intake. So these are the major important functions of dietary functions. It helps a lot for the patient or anybody who is having a constipation also, by relieving the constipation also. Now, as we say that too much of anything is good for nothing, likewise, there are some adverse effects of dietary fibers. Some people overdo when some advice is given. So what do? Is they start consuming a lot of dietary fibers. So because of that, they will have gas formation, that is flatulence can happen. And they will have a severe abdominal bloating, because it can attract water and increase the bulk. So abdominal bloating can happen because of this flatulence also, as well as the increased bulk formation. Next is some of the important minerals, they are also not getting absorbed when somebody consumes too much of a dietary fibers. So these are some of the adverse effects of dietary fibers. I hope it's clear. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubts, please drop it in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much.